Hello, visuals, and welcome back to the Visual Guy podcast, where I am 10 stone lighter.
I don't want to know.
My testicles. All right, Chris, how's it going? How's tricks?
Alright, lad.
Shit, I may need to fart, but I know it's going to echo.
Oh my god.
No, it's silent. It was one of them just ones.
Yeah, but deadly.
So, alright. You what?
Deadly.
Silent but deadly.
Silent but deadly!
This week we have a fun podcast because it's one of the ones that you actually brought up.
Wasn't me.
No, you did bring it up. You went, oh, this is a good discussion for another time.
I have got another topic I want to discuss.
Oh,
but
wait, no.
It's completely opposite end of the scale, so we'll do that another time.
Hey, well, we can leave these.
No,
wait, because now I'm intrigued.
No, because it's a topic it's a serious topic which we don't discuss so much of, and I need to do some more investigation on it first, so...
I'm intrigued.
We'll do yours.
Well, it's actually technically yours.
No, we'll do mine, but yours.
I'm intrigued. What is it, to do with politics or some shit?
No, it's just taboo subjects that people don't talk about much, but it's...
Oh, well, that's I mean,
it's not a subject that a lot of people do talk about, but it needs to be talked about.
I mean, I'm up for doing serious ones. I'm a fucking idiot, but I can sometimes put
it's
my...
something I need to do some more digging on, and...
you don't want it? Okay, right. Yeah, well, we'll save that for next Tuesday, if you want. Yeah. But like I said, you have to do your digging. We'll do that. Yeah. That'll be fun. Well, will it be fun?
Well, it's not really...
Oh, for fuck's sake, you're setting me up here. I have no idea what it is. I know it was a topic you brought last time, and it's quite an easy one. It was... We were talking about... Birds of Prey and shit, and Harley Quinn and that, and how like, oh, maybe it's a character that should be on the big screen, and we started talking about other shit, and you were like, oh, that's a good conversation we should have for another day. And it was all about characters in superhero films and shit that shouldn't get their solo film. Like, for example, last time we talked about like Drax,
Hulk,
and stuff like that. Even though Hulk is getting a solo because now Sony officially. So I mean, it might be. It's just gonna be smash, bang, go.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's stuff like that. You kind of know what's gonna expect.
Yeah.
So why do they need to go on solo film?
Yeah. So there's but I mean, there's this new avenues with the TV shows which are a little bit different, stuff like that. But yes, I'm gonna put it out there. Maybe Harley Quinn shouldn't ever have a solo film. I think maybe that's why Birds of Prey was a bit... Yeah, they've changed the title, have you seen it?
Well, no, they haven't.
Oh, they haven't?
They haven't.
Right, okay, they haven't. Explain.
They've just kept it Birds of Prey because they're just promoting it. They've still got the fabulous whatever else it is involved.
Right.
They've just kept it short because it's a long fucking
thing. Yeah, because it's not doing the numbers that they want it to do.
But it's still called Harley Quinn, blah, 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 blah,
blah. I heard they're putting Harley Quinn's name first because people didn't realise she was a part of it. It's like, have you not seen the trailer?
But no, they haven't changed the title per se. It's just they're keeping it short because it's such a long title. And it's a mouthful.
It's a rather big mouthful. But that's, cool, wicked, awesome. So yeah, characters that shouldn't ever, or you think should maybe get their own solos, people that you usually see in a team thing. I've got one that would be quite a cool should. I think it'd be interesting to follow, but I don't know if you've got one to hit me with first.
Not really.
Right, so we said Drax, right?
If you give me some thingy, I would have...
I've put it in the thumbnail. It's alright, you just run through the MCU and shit. Right, but yeah, we went through Drax. I think maybe the only... there's a couple of people in the Guardians that I think, but something that I definitely think would make a mid-solo film.
Let me see if I will agree with these.
Yeah. I think Star-Lord would make a good solo film. The legendary Star-Lord. And it would be his... Because, like, the start of Guardians, before the Guardians are formed, we see him going as adventures, getting to shit. He's fucking... I'm Star-Lord, who? All the shenanigans, you see all the weird adventures he's been having on. It might be stuff that he's done with Yondu and that in the past.
Basically how he became Star-Lord.
Yeah, you could see all that. And it would just be Star-Lord. Yeah, there'll be secondary characters in it, but it's...
Yondu will be involved, and he'll got picked up from him, and then...
Yeah. I think a solo Star-Lord... Yeah. Maybe we can argue that we don't need it on the big screen because it would be a prequel. But if Disney Plus wanted to ever make just a film, stick it straight on the thingy, a prequel Star-Lord.
Yeah, I could get behind that one.
I think it would be fun. You could literally, if you wanted to, pick it up the second he gets picked up off Yondu after his mother's just thingied.
You can slot it in between the first Guardians and fucking how it got picked up.
Yeah, you can slot it in there nice. I think it'll make quite a good little film. I don't think it'll be the best, but Star-Lord's fun. Chris Pratt's awesome.
So it's not really a sequel. It's not really a prequel.
No,
kind
it's
of
just
a
a
spin-off.
solo Star
It's
Lord
just a
film.
little branch.
Yeah, there's a little, exactly,
branch.
because that's all it is. And then, so do you agree? Disagree?
I agree, yeah.
Do you disagree? I've got a big disagree here then, which might be controversial. I don't know. I don't think it would make a good film if The Wasp had a solo film.
See, I don't know on this one. I think they should, because obviously you've had Ant-Man, you've got his backstory.
Yeah.
You should get a Wasp.
100%, I agree. I just don't think the draw power is enough. I think the film will be fine. I think the story will be fine. I just don't think a solo Wasp film would tickle everybody's pickle. So therefore, I think it'll be bad.
And then if you get a solo Wasp, you've got to have a Doctor fucking Pimple. What do you call him?
Hank Pym.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Pimple.
Yeah.
That's that lady that pops the
No, you
spots
know.
that my mum watches.
Obviously, you'll need his solo film of how he became fucking who he is. And
Back in the day when he was Ant-Man,
Yeah.
I think he was Wasp. I just don't like sitting at, the Wasp's out soon. I would miss Paul Rudd. I would want to see Ant-Man and the Wasp continue doing that. But like Ant-Man really works because you could have argued, Ant-Man, who wants to watch Ant-Man? But because it was Paul Rudd, you're like, he's class, Paul Rudd. This might work. Not saying that she's not a good actress, she's awesome. I don't think the Wasp has the star draw quality to it. I just think therefore the film would be a bit because it's just her. Even though I do think she's badass and awesome and I do love her.
yeah.
But that's just the case I'm putting across.
So, what do you think? She'd be better off in a series?
A series might be quite cool. A series, it's just like nicely slotted in. You could have interjections every now and then from other people. Her and her dad teaming up and doing shit crazy shenanigans. Her and her mum teaming up, going to the quantum realm sort of shenanigans. I think the way it's set up, any stuff to do with that Ant-Man and the Wasp world, I mainly want to see Ant-Man do it.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I pure hang off Paul Rudd. That's probably why he's fucking beautiful. But that was a figure. Do you disagree on both, or do you?
I kind of see where you're coming from, but I kind of swing the other way.
Well, because as soon as I said it, you went, no, yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Wasp solo.
I would still be excited. I would still go to it, but like I said, I just think it would be a bit dumbed down because of the draw power. Because they're Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's awesome. The Wasp. Okay, cool. Wicked. We'll go do it. Somebody who I'm hoping to prove is wrong was because I was scared about Black Widow getting a solo because I thought she's just Black Widow. But with the trailer and stuff like that, I've so far been proven right wrong. 100%. One you could argue, and I know the talks of the TV show, even though you said it might be getting pushed back or cancelled or whatever, was Hawkeye. Yeah, but just ignore that TV show shenanigans. If a Hawkeye solo film was coming out,
no,
you wouldn't be down with it.
No,
because I guess you just follow him. Because obviously we're talking MCU. I guess you just follow him.
Basically, he's going to get his backstory in the Black Widow.
Yeah, has he been rumoured to be in it at some point? I think
he pops in.
It depends where, because obviously if it's Civil War bound, he gets locked up, doesn't he? So it depends where Black Widow's at also, but he might be fucking locked up somewhere. Shenanigans. TV series sounds fine because it sounds like a nice story. If he's passing on the boy to his daughter and they're going that route and that shenanigans, that'd be fun. If it was
going
just
down the route, what's room to go down? Obviously, to get rid of his coin. What's he call him? Gareth fucking.
You on about the guy that plays him? Jeremy Irons. Not Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Reynolds.
Yeah. And obviously, I don't see why that's a real issue because.
That would be fun as a TV series. Yeah. They're talking about a Spider-Woman solo film over at Sony. Which,
they're talking about a lot of things over at Sony.
Yeah, they've just announced an untitled Marvel film for, was it October next year?
Which, if you listen to yesterday's podcast, you'll find out.
See, Chris has got the shenanigans. I want to get straight to that now. Anyone you can think of, you can go DC, you don't have to be a character that's been established. Somebody you don't think, or do think, would have a great solo film. It could be a good guy, it could be a villain. There's actually a superhero Wednesday coming up about a certain villain.
It's not a... Well, I want to see... It's Walking Dead.
Right, okay, chuck Walking Dead if you want to know, mate.
I want to see... Before what happens... To...
Before the outbreak.
But in Rick's eyes... And obviously, all the crap before it, because all we see is Rick is just waking up in hospital and
Working in a hospital.
and then all hell broke loose.
So you want to see what was happening when he was in hospital?
Yeah.
That yeah. I mean,
How it all
how it all probably spread about. Who was the first? Because obviously in The Walking Dead, everybody has the virus. When you die, you automatically turn. So who? Because obviously we must have. Because I don't know if Robert Kirkman's ever explained it or not. Because that means throughout life it's never happened. People have been dying and staying dead and all that shit. Then all of a sudden there's a change in things. Maybe it was like, it sounds stupid, maybe there was something that in our diet, in the air, in products we consume. There could have been something that triggered everything in all humans.
Oh, fucking shit that's going on now.
The corona shit, it could be the fucking... I see what you're saying that, and I would be quite intrigued because it'd be more of the... Yeah, because a lot of zombie films and a lot of other stuff now just do it just to be a bit edgy and mysterious. It just happens.
Yeah.
It's like the monster films. Shit. What the fuck is it called again?
No.
Cloverfield.
Oh, right.
That just happens. We don't know where he's come from. We don't know all the crazy shenanigans with that. And then fucking apparently our third film wasn't ever actually attached, even though it said it was going to be attached and it had nothing to do with it, which was the zombie film, J.J. Abrams' fucking zombie Nazi shit.
Yeah.
Which was fucking awesome. But we were told that the third film is that, because we don't know how, as far as I'm aware, we don't know how 10 Cloverfield Lane ties to Cloverfield.
Nah.
Shit like that. I will give another good one here, because like I said, I'm doing a video on it, and I think it's really, really fucking awesome. I think a good solo film, which we definitely do need, and I'll go into more details on Wednesday, is a Green Goblin film. No, mate, honestly. Go on, you went... Why did you say that?
Why do we need a Green Goblin?
Well, why don't we? Explain why you don't think we do.
He's just a guy who lights up. And he's got all the little colour friends to back him up.
I think that's probably because you don't know the character as well. Like there's in the Superior Spider-Man comics, that was when Doc Ock was Spider-Man. He put his brain inside of Peter Parker. It was all fucking crazy shenanigans. There was a thing called the Goblin War. There's like the Red Goblin. It's like a symbiote goblin. You had the Hobgoblin fighting the Green Goblin and shit like that. You had the Norman Osborn thing in comics ages ago where he became head of S.H.I.E.L.D. and he had his own like Iron Man sort of suit of armour and shit like that. It was crazy as fuck. Yeah. To see like a massive Goblin War, Spider-Man obviously related, you could have a different version of the Green Goblin where he would eventually turn good, or you could keep him as bad, but to keep him as a baddie, to fight another baddie, the Hobgoblin, you'd see all the crazy aerial battles on their gliders and shit, the underground scale of thing. You'd have other interactions with other Sinister Six members or other villains, so you could chuck a Craven in there, you could chuck a Sandman in there, you could chuck a Lizard in there. Just, it's like with Morbius, it's like, what the fuck is a Morbius film going to do? We have no idea. It's in the trailer, that looks fucking awesome. We're proper intrigued. Chuck a Green Goblin film out there. Arguably, Spider-Man, the biggest villain. Him, Spider-Man and Green Goblin are on the same level as Batman and Joker. As iconic superhero rivalry and supervillain rivalry. And to explore Norman Osborn a bit more and the underground shit, the Green Goblin's shenanigans, it'll be fucking... And plus, you could do it really quick. There's some fucking terrifying versions of the Green Goblin stuff. The Jackal's another one. I rant so much, my cat knows that. The Jackal is one that's caused for creating the clones of Peter Parker, like a Scarlet Spider and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you can see that side of things. And then you can have like the Scarlet Spider getting his own individual film, then rebelling against the Jackal and stuff like that. I just think Spider-Man villains is an untapped resource, which they're now only getting into with a Venom solo film, with a Morbius solo film.
Because the shitloads, isn't there?
That's what I mean. Every one of them is so... It's not just there's a shitty... Like the Sandman has his own proper cool backstory where he's just trying to look after his daughter, to escape from jail. You could just go down a whole avenue there.
So these little villain stories then, do you not think that Disney should put them on mini-series on Disney Plus?
That they should do so. They should... Before they get to any sort of Sinister Six, obviously we don't know what the crack is because Sony have rights to Disney. Whatever, just say Disney have the rights. Before we get to a Sinister Six, you could easily do a Sinister Six show where each episode is focused on a different member.
Yeah.
And then it would finish with them teaming up. Next, you'll see them in a big film.
On a big screen.
That would be fuck. I'm getting goosebumps thinking of that. Give the fucking money, Disney.
I think that's where they're kind of going... The route they're going down.
That's what I mean, because each of them, though, are just awesome characters with amazing backstories. And and if we did end up getting a big film on them, it would be amazing because they all open up their own different avenues. Like you just said, the tree branching off. The Green Goblin opens up fucking countless You can have the Gwen Stacy storyline in there and everything.
But would you need the Green Goblin on the big screen, or could you just do him in a series?
You could do him in a series, but because of high up there, he's an A-star comic book legend, right? The character's been around for fucking ages. He's an OG. He is worthy of his own individual film. If Venom's worthy, and if Morbius is worthy, Green Goblin's fucking up there. I in more modern times, Venom's probably took over the Green Goblin, but the Green Goblin is as an OG. He's a fucking player. He deserves this. If Morbius gets a solo film, Green Goblin deserves one, and I'll be there fucking cheesy because I love the Green Goblin because he's Spider-Man.
Who would you like to play the Green Goblin?
I loved Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin. I thought he was amazing, but he was. I don't think it would suit the sort of tone these days.
No, not nowadays.
Who would you? I didn't hate him in The Amazing Spider-Man. I can't remember his name now. The boy from Chronicle. It's in that film. You like that sci-fi film that you like. Where it's all bright and colourful, and he had the lesbian lady working with him. She was on his side.
Oh, the fucking Valerian.
Yeah, him. I didn't mind. It was a bit, but like they showed him where he was physically turning. Like, or if you even got the awkward one, like from Into the Spider-Verse, where he's physically a big fucking goblin. That'd be fucking awesome. It could be so terrifying. But as to who could play him, it's a hard choice.
Dean Winchester.
There you go. It's not bad. That's your boy from Thingy.
Supernatural. Yes.
He's Supernatural. The Green Goblin is fucking awesome. I love it. But you sound like you disagree with it. Deadpool was another. No, I'm looking at Deadpool. That was another risque move. That was just a perfect duo.
I think that's what started it all off, just going risky.
Mm-hmm. Being risky.
Because you just the usual, it's another episode, it's another solo, or it's another prequel, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the one that kicked it all off. It's like, alright, we're going to just fucking throw this out there, see what happens.
I just think the perfect duo, that's why I pointed him out, was Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. So for the next Green Goblin, I think you need to find that perfect actor, or fuck it, if you want to go for a female one, actress. It's quite hard to pinpoint because the Green Goblin, he's not as psychotic, but he's got like a Joker sort of esque syndrome. He's a bit more laughing, and so you'd have to find that right little pitch. I don't think I can give you one right now.
So do you think that Batwoman, reviewers, she thinks she deserves her own solo film?
From what I've seen,
or are you just quite content seeing her on the series?
I'm more than happy to see her as a series, but any sort of Bat-related film, which I'm sure we'll talk about in your podcast with Robert Pattinson, crack, awesome. I think is worth it. If they did that, that's fucking fine. So that gets a thumbs up from me. That she could definitely. I want to find her somebody that another couldn't. Like, see, one of the ones was Nick Fury, but I'd be intrigued by that because Nick Fury's had
I'd
such
like
a
to
past.
get to know his backstory.
Yeah.
Just starting from a young age and then up to, like, when we see
working
him
his way up to the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this shenanigans. So maybe you can even see when he faked his own death in Winter Soldier. Seeing that sort of crack would be quite interesting. So I was like, no, I kind of want to see that. Someone that should never ever get anything ever again is Cyclops from the X-Men. He can just fuck right off. So if they said Cyclops would get the solo film, I mean, the worst thing is a comic book film, I'd have to see it.
He's not too bad in Doom Patrol and
Cyclops?
No, I'm a fucking cyborg.
See, that's one that I think we've argued on before. We've just been on. I would love a Cyborg solo.
No.
Cyborg has... Because imagine what they could do with that.
See, I'm not content of this new Flash film. A, because I'm not a big fan of his to begin with.
Yeah.
But I like TV series.
Yeah, you've just got
Barry
a
Allen.
huge... I kind of agree and disagree. I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, we need it anyway because we need some sort of weird Flash shenanigans to happen to sort of maybe hopefully explain the weirdness in the DCEU right now. So we can't... He's the only one that can do it. We need it.
Yeah, well,
to explain shit.
There's 5 other people that can sort it all out.
Well, it's easier. The Flash is the only one that can cause Flashpoint. But yeah, go back to Cyborg. I think that would be interesting. I really do think it would be interesting. But Karen, are you going to say a point there? Your man's supposed to appear in his film. He's supposed to appear in his film.
We could get the Flashpoint, but in the TV series. If
they are connected, aren't they?
If they do what Marvel are doing and have little trees off the series into the main screen, I think they could pull it off.
They 100% they could pull it off.
Because the kind of did it with the crossovers, where they have their own episodes,
Yeah.
and then they're all spun off into one, and then now they're all one again.
Yeah, no,
It's kinda
there's
weird,
only
but-
one Earth, so
Yeah.
it should have
So
been.
it kind of will work in a TV series.
It would, but the Flash as well as an A-list comic star deserves a solo film, regardless of who it is, TV Flash or film. The Flash is such an important character to the DC universe.
Oh, yeah.
He's owed and due. I'm surprised they haven't tried to attempt it yet. I thought he would have become before Aquaman, because before Aquaman, Jason Momoa got control. Aquaman wasn't up there for me. I would have hands down said no, get Flash out there first, because Flash is a fucking beast. But then Aquaman come out with thing, and I'm just like, no, I just want more Aquaman now, because Jason Momoa's a fucking sexy bastard. But yeah, Cyborg we disagree on. I definitely do think he should get a solo film, and I would the shit that would go down. And you've seen how important he was in Justice League. He's a really powerful member of the Justice League, even though he should be a Titan first. But we've got a Cyborg in Justice League. I have to deal with that now. It's fine. Carry on. As you
Talk
will.
about Titans then. Would you like to see them on the big screen?
Oh, well, yes and no. I would love a Nightwing solo film where it's in Bloodhaven, his main villain around Bloodhaven being the Penguin, to see the Nightwing doing what Batman does over just a little bit further, a couple of miles away, over in Gotham, but he's got his own city, he's patrolling his own streets, be dark, nitty and gritty, would have the Nightwing we've got on the TV show now.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be fucking amazing. Not as a team, yeah, eventually.
What timeline are they in?
Well, there was rumours that they were going to be in Infinite Crisis.
Yeah.
And they never, so I don't know if they should be connected.
Because obviously they'll be on Earth 1 now,
Yeah.
I think.
But they never acknowledged any of that, did they?
No.
So I have no idea. Green Arrow, before the show come out, I would have said doesn't really need a solo film. But you watch the show, you get a mess with the character a bit more.
Now you've seen the show, you don't really need the film.
Well, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind it. Because Green Arrow is so like Batman. And if you did like a nitty gritty dark Green Arrow where he's in the shadows and stuff like that.
You'd have to bring Stephen Amell back though.
100%. But I'm not against Charlie Hunnam playing it. The concept art that I've seen, I've just, local boy, represented a fucking huge comic book character on the big screen. I just think that'd be an all-round win for everybody. British actors for comic book films. It'd be fucking Newcastle. Well, I think he's Newcastle. He's from Newcastle. Moved there anyway. From Cumbria. From Penrith. Do you know what I mean? That'd be fucking amazing. And plus, I love the Green Arrow now. He's fucking class. Let's do another no. Who shouldn't? Let's go for the Rose character. I know people like, this is a yes, I'd love to see a Spider-Gwen solo, Miles Morales solo, another Into the Spider-Verse shenanigans craziness.
Yeah.
If they went off, I wouldn't mind a mini TV adventure with Korg from 4, because Korg is fucking amazing. Thor is back again, call me a dickhead. TQYT, that would be fucking gnarly. Someone like the Falcon, I'm happy he's got a TV series. I would never want him to have a solo film. I don't think.
No, you don't need it to have a film.
But if him and Bucky, or after the season, got announced their own film, I would be kind of hyped. Because them two together, I fucking love them. But if it was just them, Bucky, you can argue should get a solo film if you went on followed his missions when he was. But again, at that moment of time, he's the bad guy in these, so you'd have to play it outright.
Yeah.
Anyone from your DC world? Constantine, I would love another solo. The first solo works.
I'd like to see more TV series of Constantine. I mind just
Yeah.
one season.
I want that Constantine. I want him to have his own big moment.
We kind of have in a way with Nicolas Cage, Constantine.
Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage?
Do you mean Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves.
No, yeah, but I want this actor.
Yeah.
I love Keanu Reeves Constantine. If he come back as Constantine, I'd be buzzing. But the he embodies Constantine for me. I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
I think he's English. He's English. I've got this figure anyway.
Yeah, I think it's English.
I loved it in the TV show. We were like Newcastle. I was like, oh my god, get in. That's a city.
I think to finish off Supernatural, I think I'd like to see these on a big screen.
To have one last hurrah.
Yeah.
Why haven't they ever thought about doing that?
No idea.
If
I
the
think
show-
they've just been content of doing series.
If the show's gone on for that long and it's that popular, if they said the Supernatural, the first ever film, where you'd tie off any loose, I don't know anything about the show, you'd have to tie off whatever they need to tie up.
See, I think they could tie it off nicely, ending it in a film.
I
Full on again.
assume that would be fairly awesome, but the only thing is, I guess, that goes against it is, if you don't watch Supernatural, you're not going to go to the cinema and watch it. I mean, I'd go with you because you wanted to go see it.
It's quite a popular program.
No, I know, but like, would it just be in all of the series? If somebody's never seen any of the series, go, oh, fancy, look at that. Wait, there's how many seasons?
15.
Oh, there's 15 seasons. Oh shit, am I going to have a clue what's going on then? It might put people off.
Yeah.
Obviously, the people that have seen the season, they'll be there.
Yeah.
But the people that haven't seen the season will be like, what's the point of watching that? You got a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the only downside.
I don't know.
But they might be content enough to be like, right, God knows how many people watch the series. They'll go see the film. That's good enough. Potentially, possibly. Ones that was, if they turned around and said the Netflix Marvel lot, Daredevil, I would love a solo film. Iron Fist, I wouldn't, and Luke Cage, I wouldn't, purely because I'd want them in their own film.
Well, Daredevil probably will get his own film
I fucking
eventually
hope so.
if he's getting joined in the Spider-Man squad.
I fucking hope so. Because he's fucking amazing. Daredevil's another dark, nitty, and gritty one that's just fucking beautiful. Before Titans, if I would have said Robin, you would have said no. Mm-hmm. Then you watch Titans, I was getting a solo film. Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Because you could follow Todd, instead of Dick. You could maybe follow that Jason and see what he's up to. That'd be quite cool. There's chunks of Batman villains that I wouldn't mind because we had Joker. You could easily, I'd love a Riddler solo film. I'd love a Scarecrow solo film. But the only thing is, you've always got to argue, right? Where does the Bat play into this? They got it right with the Joker.
See, that would be your question throughout the entire thing. If you're gonna do a villain, you'll say straight away, we'll know if to start that. Bat would be there.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah,
obviously because you said it Harley Quinn.
Yeah. They'd have to do it spot on. I mean, you could interject Batman somewhere, but in small doses. Gotham got away with it because they showed the criminals on a lower level and the cops having to deal with them and shit like that. But if you put it on the big film, the Joker's Riddler or someone, you'd have to have a Batman presence there at least.
Yeah.
Or even if it's just all from the Riddler's point of view, and we always follow him getting his plans getting disturbed and stopped by Batman, but we never see Batman. We just see the Riddler find out the news that his plan for this bomb to go off or whatever has been diffused by Batman, and we just follow his reactions. Mm-hmm. So the Batman presence still there. We just don't physically see him, which keeps it still as a Riddler solo film. Yeah. Much better people could interject on that. I still think Star-Lord solo film, that's my main one. I think that'd be fucking amazing.
It does make sense to have one.
We're to finish it off, because I'll shut up in a sec. We're to try and go for one big bad villain from Marvel or DC. Who do you want, Marvel or DC?
Well, I want a proper solo fucking Thanos from start to finish. From start, when he was born, to how he came to become...
How he got wind of the Infinity Stones and how he started to develop his plan and shit like that, taking over different planets.
I know we've seen little fucking snippets throughout.
So you want a solo Thanos?
Full on solo.
Do I agree or disagree? Well, who am I kidding? I completely agree with that. Of course I completely agree with that. Because you could show Thanos just conquering his other worlds. But like I said, most films have to send the audience home happy. How do they send the audience home happy in a Thanos solo film?
Well, you do when you don't.
There are blurred lines.
Story behind the Avengers. It's fucking massive. Everyone knows the crack. Yeah. Everyone knows who Thanos is.
Yeah. But obviously, with Thanos being our main character in it, we have to now find a way to get behind him. Or at least root for him, because we can't root for him.
Well, we kind of are, in a way.
Yeah, in a weird way. We've talked about this. That's a fucking grey area in itself. I would love a Thanos film. As to how you would write it and set it out, fuck, that's complicated. Again, I'd leave that to the people like Kevin Feige and that. They'd figure it out. That's a perfect one to end on then. Fuck it, Thanos. Done dusted. Quite literally snapped. Visuals, you have to let us know if there's a character for any comic book related thing, or don't even have to be comic, any TV show you watch that you think, tell us one that you think should and one that shouldn't ever. That'd be a fun talking point. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. We'll end it on Thanos. Yeah. Yeah. Go Power Rangers. I want to get to yours because we'll talk Batman and shit like that anyway. But yeah, thank you for listening to Visuals. That was this Tuesday edition of Visual Guy Podcast. Remember to always keep video, keep on keeping on.
And love you, bye.
And love you, bye.